Have you ever heard sentences like der Kuchen wird gegessen and thought, wait, who is eating the cake? Don't worry, today in this video we are going to dive deep into the passive voice, or as German says, das Passiv. By the end of this video you will understand what the passive actually is, how do you use it, when to use it, and how to sound more confident and fluent while speaking German. So without any further ado, let's get started. So I have divided this video into several parts, and let's start with the first part of this video, which is what is passive voice. Let's start simple. In active voice, someone does something. For example, Peter backt einen Kuchen. Peter backt einen Kuchen. Peter bakes a cake. Simple. But in passive voice, we focus on what is being done, not who is doing it. So it becomes ein Kuchen wird gebacken. Ein Kuchen wird gebacken. The cake is being baked. And that's the whole idea of the passive voice. The object of the active sentence becomes the subject in the passive. Now let's continue with the second part of this video, which is how to form the passive voice. Now let's learn how to build it in present tense. The formula is super easy. Werden plus Partizip II of the verb. Let's look at some examples. Active or inactive voice, you say Peter repariert das Auto. Here is the focus. You can see we have the subject Peter. Okay, Peter repariert das Auto. On the other hand, in passive voice or passive, that will be das Auto wird repariert. Das Auto wird repariert. As you can see, in this case we don't have any subject. Here the focus is what is being done. Now here you can see the formula. Wird is the present tense of the werden, and repariert is the participle II form of reparieren. So that means das Auto wird repariert means the car is being repaired. Das Haus wird gebaut means the house is being built. And die Tür wird geöffnet means the door is being opened. We are only focusing on the thing being made or being done. Now let's continue the third part of this video, which is passive in different tenses. Okay, now you know the present tense or presence, but how about other tenses? Let's quickly go through them. On the very left side we have the tenses, then in the middle we have the formula, and on the left side we have the examples. Okay, so let's start with the tenses. At first we have the present tense, the basic one. Here the formula is wird plus Partizip II of the verb. For example, das Auto wird repariert. Okay, das Auto wird repariert. That was only the present tense. Then we have the past tense or Präteritum. In this case, you use wurde plus Partizip II of the verb. Okay, das Auto wurde repariert. Das Auto wurde repariert. That was in the past. Perfect is also past tense, but it's informal one. Okay. Here you will start with ist plus the Partizip II, then worden. Okay, let's see an example. Das Auto ist repariert worden. Das Auto ist repariert worden. That means the car was being repaired. So Präteritum and perfect, these two are past tenses, and then we have the Futur 1 or the future. In this case the formula is wird plus Partizip II plus werden. And here's the example. Das Auto wird repariert werden. Das Auto wird repariert werden. The car will be repaired. Okay, it is something which will be done in the future. If you want, you can take a screenshot of the table, or you can find the table down below in the description. And don't panic if that looks heavy, but the structure stays the same. We just change the form of werden. Hey, sorry for interruptions. If you're living in Germany or planning to move here soon and currently preparing for your German A1, A2 or B1 courses, then my fast track programs can be a great suit for you if you want to pass your German exam in just a few weeks. And you can check out the fast track programs down below in the description or in the pinned comment. Now let's get back to the video. Now let's continue the part 4 of this video, which is when do we use passive? We use the passive voice when we don't know who is doing the action. The action itself is more important than the person doing it. Das Problem wird gelöst. Das Problem wird gelöst. The problem is being solved. See, we don't care who. The focus is the solution. The next example is das Essen wird serviert. Das Essen wird serviert. The food is being served. See, in this case, it doesn't matter by whom. The action is what matters. You will often see this in news reports, official documents, signs like hier wird gebaut. That means basically construction is happening here. Now let's continue the part 5 of this video, which is with von or durch, by whom. Sometimes you do want to mention who is doing the action. In that case, you use von for people, durch for things or tools. Let's see some examples. Der Brief wird von Maria geschrieben. Der Brief wird von Maria geschrieben. That means the letter is written by Maria with von Maria. The next one, das Fenster wird durch den Wind geöffnet. Das Fenster wird durch den Wind geöffnet. That means the window is opened by the wind. As you can see, in this case we used von because it's a person, but in this case we used durch because it's a thing, wind. So here's a simple rule. Von is for a person and durch for cause or tool. Now let's continue the part 6 of this video, which is passive examples in real life. Now let's make this real. You will hear this everywhere in Germany. Hier wird nicht geraucht. Hier wird nicht geraucht. That means smoking is not allowed here. Die Straße wird repariert. Die Straße wird repariert. The street is being repaired. Das Paket wird geliefert. Das Paket wird geliefert. The package is being delivered. Es wird getanzt. Es wird getanzt. People are dancing. Sounds cool, right? The passive is everywhere. You just never noticed it before. Now let's continue the 7th part of this video, which is active to passive practice. Okay, let's train your brain real quick. Try to turn these active sentences into passive ones. Number 1. Der Lehrer erklärt die Grammatik. Der Lehrer erklärt die Grammatik. So how do you say it in passive voice? You say, die Grammatik wird erklärt. Die Grammatik wird erklärt. In this case, der Lehrer, the subject doesn't matter. So how do you form it in passive? You say, die Grammatik wird erklärt. Then we have, jemand putzt das Zimmer. Jemand putzt das Zimmer. So how do you say it in passive voice? You say, das Zimmer wird geputzt. Das Zimmer wird geputzt. Then we have, der Kellner bringt das Essen. Der Kellner bringt das Essen. So how do you say it in passive voice? You say, das Essen wird gebracht. Das Essen wird gebracht. As per formula you can see, werden is wird in this case, and bringen, the Partizip II of bringen is gebracht. Das Essen wird gebracht. See, you are already mastering the passive. So that was for today's video. If you find this video helpful, give a thumbs up. And if you want to access my all the A1, A2 and B1 crash courses, then you can click on the playlist showing on the screen where I shared all my crash courses absolutely for free. So see you in the next video. Till then, take care. Bye bye.